Adam exposing someone on News Nation. Oh, should I just watch the full News Nation thing? Was he on here? I'll just watch this. I have so much stuff to watch. I'll just remove this. I don't have enough time for that.
Last 2 months has not only posted
Adam Mockler, Cooks, Charlie Kirk's friend. We're about to see. And if you're watching from Adam Mockler's community, help me get to 800 subscribers. Help a poor black man out. Help me. Appreciate it. All right, let's do it.
an AI video of Obama being arrested. But then after that, he posted an AI image of Chicago being invaded. After that, he sent the National Guard to Chicago. So I've spent my formative years watching the president do this. And just think about this. We saw these Nazi group chats, which I'm sure you condemn, right? This Nazi group chat.
Well, we can talk about it.
Do you condemn it?
I want to talk about it.
Wait, so when they said gas chambers,
disavow.
when they say gas chambers, you won't. So you're like JD Vance. You just won't condemn this?
Well, I actually had JD on the show today. We had a whole conversation.
You guys can all condemn this, right?
Hell yes.
Thank you.
All right, you guys got to check this out. I just got off stage with Chris Cuomo, Bill O'Reilly, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Manchin for some reason, but also Charlie Kirk's friend and producer, Andrew Colvett. I pressed him on that young Republican group chat that leaked a few days back, and you guys aren't going to believe what happens. Make sure you're subscribed to the Adam Mockler feed to see the debate show coming up.
Adam Mockler is part of the vanguard of podcasts on the left. He works with Midas Touch. He has his own standalone, millions and millions of followers. He's one of the most listened to people on the left. Next to him is Andrew Colvett. He is part of Turning Point USA. He was the executive producer for Charlie Kirk, a very close friend of Charlie Kirk's, and he is carrying forward their sense of purpose on the podcast and with the organization. And I thank you both for being with us tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris.
Andrew, let me start with you. We have met relatively recently. I was with Charlie on Patrick Bet-David's podcast for hours. We talked, we texted. It was fruitful, disagreed a lot. How we disagreed mattered. What have you learned, positive and negative, in the aftermath of his assassination?
Yeah, and by the way, Chris, he said really nice things about you in private, and that's why when we had a chance to get together, after all this happened, I was more than happy to connect, and I'm glad we did. What I've learned is that there is a really, really vile undercurrent of political violence.
And the left, man, they're the reason why everything's bad. The far left has gotten out of control, and we really need to condemn them, and they really need to look at their actions and what they're doing. The far left, they're the only ones who are responsible. I'm gonna hope he doesn't say that bullshit. Let me hope he doesn't.
And we talked about this briefly, but it's actually emanating from the political left. There was a YouGov Economist poll that came out, I believe,
Nah, dead ass, dead ass. These people are so fucking predictable. Oh my god, I didn't convert my first down. I've seen the poll, so any bullshit he says, I'm gonna add context.
Just between September 12th and the 15th. So the poll started 2 days after the assassination of Charlie. And what they found was about 30% of self-described liberals between the ages of 18 and 39 believed that political violence was justifiable to advance political ends. 30%. Meanwhile, conservatives of that same age group were among the most peaceful. So you see this.
That's why you didn't give the percentage, you little. Oh, I fucking hate MAGA. They're so dishonest. They're pieces of garbage. Oh my god. If you look at the entire I hate MAGA so much. If you look at the entire YouGov poll, in terms of like who is deemed more politically violent, the right is. Most people think that the right is more politically violent than the left. And yes, 30%, but the majority still think that it's not okay. And I think the Republicans were like around 10-ish%. So, I mean, yeah, it's different, but nothing crazy. It's crazy. I did a video about it, about the poll on a different video when I was fact checking someone, but he just completely framed this in the most ridiculous way possible. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And that's why he didn't give a percentage about the Republicans, because MAGA, they have no integrity. They're all of them are fucking pieces of garbage. I swear to God.
I think
Adam's gonna have these.
Conservatives are getting more peaceful. Young conservatives were more like.
Young conservatives want. Oh,
likely to answer no, political violence is not acceptable than their older counterparts.
Well, Andrew pointed out an undercurrent of political violence, but there is a deeper undercurrent here of political radicalization of young people, primarily young men. So the same time that Charlie Kirk was tragically shot, another young white dude shot up Evergreen High School in Colorado, and this dude was a far-right neo-Nazi who had anti-Semitic messages online. I think that there's an undercurrent of radicalization that's stemming from a few things.
and don't forget the Charlie Kirk supporter who ran over those two teenagers. And don't forget the MAGA supporter that shut up a Mormon church. And we can play this fucking game if you want to. I swear to God.
23-year-old, I lived through COVID during my most formative years, and I was able to rebound and have a social life. But a lot of young people didn't really get to rebound. Imagine having this bubble up around you during COVID, and you never really get to pull that bubble down. So you get sucked deeper and deeper down these algorithms online. Those algorithms are then, incentivized to push the most outrage, whether it's foreign bots like Russia and Iran trying to get people outraged, or domestic actors. I think Elon Musk's Twitter feed, for example, is disgusting and could radicalize a lot of young people. I disagree with the idea that violence disproportionately comes from young progressives. It is uniquely up this year, but if you look at any polls, according to CSIS, political violence overwhelmingly comes from the right. These mass shootings come from the right. And when it comes to the leaked text messages that came out 24 hours ago, I don't think it's fair to say there's an undercurrent just on the left. I know what you mean, but there's also an undercurrent on the right. There is something deep and dark boiling inside the GOP, and it's like the Nick Fuentes faction of the GOP. You can't deny that this is boiling when we got these leaked texts 24 hours ago. I do not like when people are characterizing these as kids in college. These were grown adults. Some of them were 32 years old. One of them was a state senator from Vermont. Today, we saw an Ohio aide with a swastika in the back. I would never claim that this is representative of an entire party, but I do think there's an undercurrent.
Adam is cooking. Cooking. Give it a little left, right, left, right, left, right. Let's see him respond to this. He's going to say some bullshit.
Of radicalization on both sides.
Well, can I
Go ahead, Andrew, please put a point on it, and then we'll go to the audience. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just, and I want to find agreement. Charlie, if you ever watch his debates really closely, he was a master at making that human connection with people. He would say, so we agree.
Fuck you. What? So we agree? He uses that as a tactic to make the other person look dumb. He doesn't use that to connect to people. Fuck you. Oh, yo, MAGA. Yo, these people have no shame. They have no shame. It's ridiculous how much character the Republicans have. I've met so many good Republicans. The downfall of the Republican Party needs to be studied. This is going to live on in American history because this is ridiculous. These people have like no more values.
Even if they were worlds apart, he would try and find a place where he would agree with the student or the professor often that would come debate him. So I agree with you that COVID had a profound effect on Gen Z. I did not live through that, and my heart goes out to Gen Z students that lost their proms and their graduations from that and lost their social lives. However, the study you just cited didn't include things like the Tesla attacks that were against Elon Musk and Tesla.
The study shows lethal deaths, lethal violence. Lethal violence comes disproportionately from the right. The Tesla attacks were not lethal. We can point to the Buffalo shooting, the El Paso supermarket.
I let you talk.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wow. All right.
Nah. Like I said, Adam, keep the energy. Don't let these motherfuckers lie. We do not allow lying in politics. Oh, actually, there's a bunch of lying in politics.
So there's a whole bunch.
I tried to debug my study, so.
Is it your study? Did you do it?
I did not do it. But
What is your point, sir?
My point is that time and time again, whether it's the Erin Burnett on CNN, God bless her, she tried to quote the same study. They didn't include a lot of what we would consider left-wing violence in that study. Okay, first of all. Second of all, my dear friend was just killed by left-wing violence, assassinated.
Lethal violence, like death. Yes, the focus is on political violence because someone died. We're talking about people who are dying. Is that a hard thing? Is all violence the same to you? Is that what does your brain cannot conceptualize the different levels of violence and the severity of the different types of violence? Jesus Christ.
In cold blood. There has been how many ICE facilities that have been targeted? And when you look at what's happening right now, I agree with you on the radicalization, but you have to be honest about the fact that you even admitted, well, this year it's progressives. Well, what about George Floyd? What about that whole summer of looting and rioting? Listen, there has been a trend of, I think, let's just say, let's be gracious and say, in the era of Trump, maybe it's a reaction to Trump. I'm open to those discussions. But there is a justification for political violence. It shows up in every poll, and it's coming from progressives.
I have spent all of my formative years watching the President of the United States talk about the opposition party like they shouldn't exist. His claim to fame in U.S. politics was saying that Obama wasn't born in America. That is how he entered the political stage. He was famous before that, but that was his claim to fame. He was the first presidential candidate to ever chant "lock her up" on a political stage. He tried to coup our government. And I live in this. Let me finish. Listen. I live in the city of Chicago. Donald Trump, over the past 2 months, has not only posted an AI video of Obama being arrested, but then after that, he posted an AI image of Chicago being invaded. After that, he sent the National Guard to Chicago. So I've spent my formative years watching the president do this. And just think about this. We saw these Nazi group chats, which I'm sure you condemn, right? This Nazi group chat.
Well, we can talk about it.
Do you condemn it?
I want to talk about it.
Wait, so when they said gas chambers,
disavow.
When they say gas chambers, you won't. So you're like JD Vance. You just won't condemn this?
Well, I actually had JD on the show today. We had a whole conversation.
You guys can all condemn this, right?
Hell yes.
Thank you.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
But
Chris, can you condemn that?
Here's the point, of course. But that's easy. What I'm
For him, but you know what? This is not constructive, right?
Right.
So he won't condemn it, basically. You need to get in some debates to get some followers. Talk to Wick and Raging Tomato. I don't know who Raging Tomato is. I know who Wick is. It is several times a week, maybe a Prime Kai's panel, but he's on Twitch. I know who Wick is. Me and Wick talk a little bit here and there. Raging Tomato, I've heard of him from Tom. I talk with Tom a little bit as well. I mostly do podcast stuff. I don't really stream a lot, so that's my problem. My schedule doesn't really work similar to everybody else's. But I definitely should get into more of these political debates. But the problem is, like, when the time they do it, it's time I'm not available. But I might reach out. I kind of know who Prime Kai is. He's definitely more of a lefty than I am, but I might try to start doing more, enter into these political debates. I'm just not the biggest fan of political debates either. Not that I'm not good at it. It's just more so I don't know how productive they are. I'm trying to trade for Brandon Aubrey. How much for Brandon Aubrey in fantasy? Let me see if I get Brandon Aubrey from my friend. All right. What does this boy say?
Because what the constructive part is not, this is what's happening here, and I know both of you guys.
Can you condemn that?
I hate when moderates save these motherfuckers. Like, this guy's getting railroaded. He's getting destroyed. He's getting owned. He's getting sunned. And this moderator is like, oh, I got to protect him. I got to protect him. I got to protect him. Get the fuck out of here.
Here's the point, of course.
Let him
But you know what? This is not constructive, right?
Because what the constructive part is not, this is what's happening here, and I know both of you guys, and I want to bring Joe in on this, and I want to get to the audience.
What's happening here is Adam is beating the living shit out of this boy. He's spanking him like a little baby. He's like, Adam's doing the business. You feel me? After this, I'm going to go watch a Nazi movie.
But let's just be clear about where the path is forward.
I'm Luke. I'm originally from Amarillo, Texas. Go Cowboys, Stephen A.
He's going to leave again. Don't make him leave again.
That was hard. Sorry, I had to. But on the topic of Republicans, I'm the president of the American University College Republicans. In the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination, our club has faced a barrage of insults, attacks, and hostility. I'm just wondering, how can we as students engage with those who disagree and remain respectful while also remaining firm in our convictions? And that's for the whole panel.
Well, tell us a little bit more about these attacks.
We've had, when we tabled a few weeks ago for our club involvement fair, someone came up to us, spat at our table, said, "You're not welcome here, fascists."
Do you know who that person was?
It was just an American University student. And then after
did you complain about the person?
We did, yes, and nothing
What
happened.
happened?
Nothing happened yet, but we're so used to we held a Charlie Kirk vigil. Students came up to us after, said he deserved it.
You said you had something you wanted to say in response to the American University guy who runs the Republican club there, and said that people came up and said they were happy that Charlie Kirk had been assassinated.
Yeah, I believe his name was Luke. He said that a bunch of young progressives were coming up and acting in insane ways. And as a young liberal, someone who's on the left, I just want to say I wholeheartedly condemn anybody who is saying insane things about Charlie Kirk, horrendous things about Charlie Kirk. Anyone who is spitting or shutting down conversation, that is not what America is about at all. And I can very easily condemn when my side is going off the rails, but I just ask the bare minimum from Andrew. When they're talking about gas chambers and group chats, can you condemn that?
Are we really going to do this again? No.
So you don't condemn it?
Your energy is so aggressive.
I love Hitler. Okay. Gas chambers.
All right, hold on.
You can't condemn that.
Just easy, buddy. Okay, so there is a whole conversation that I want this to be attached to, okay? And the whole conversation is that we have a guy who's running for attorney general in...
I condemn that. But you can't condemn your side.
But your party is not disavowing it. It still supports this.
Oh, so his bitch ass can't condemn it. So there we go. The Republicans who say these terrible things, who espouse this rhetoric, Oh, he has the statistics about the 30%, even though he wouldn't give the same percentage for the Republicans. Well, when we give you actual language from people in the political landscape of the young Republicans, hey, do you condemn it? Wait, what? The Democrats are. We probably should have this conversation. Hey, right here, right here. Do you condemn it? The Democrats, they are. It's just the same thing over and over again. These people have no character. They're pieces of garbage.
Guy.
Name one
Adam's
Democrat that supports him
cooking.
in Congress who says, I support what
Tim
he said.
Kaine just got asked on CNN tonight and said, yeah, I still support him.
Supports what he said?
No, he doesn't support what he said, but he's not pulling
So
his
no
endorsement.
Democrat supports what he
so
said.
you're going to parse. Okay, well, listen, I condemn what they say, but I still support them
Thank
as
you.
people.
Why did I have to pry that out of you?
You are parsing. It's basically a distinction without a difference.
JD Vance lied on
Hold
your
on.
podcast today. He said these were young.
Whoa, look.
Yeah, I don't understand why this is
I got some
aggressive.
journalistic questions for you guys, so listen up. I have a research team, and before I say anything on the air, all right?
Who the fuck is this? This is Stephen A. Smith. He doesn't know jack shit about politics. Is this Joe Manchin? Who the fuck is this?
And I got a worldwide audience. Everything that I am going to say, as far as analysis, has to be backed up by facts. I want to know where you guys get your information. Where do you get your information?
I have a diverse source. I think that if you just pay attention to online sources.
Just tell me where you get it.
CNN, Politico, but I also watch Fox News. I go online, so I use a lot of online sources.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get your information from the so-called standard media.
I said online, too.
This kind of MS.
Like research, like that. Adam, you should have just said, this guy's trying to press you. Get the fuck out of here. Use online sources. Use YouGov. Use FBI data. Use Pew Research. You use Wikipedia as a baseline, then you can reroute that to primary sources. Like what the fuck is this pressuring for? Nothing he's saying is wrong. Nothing he's saying is incorrect. Oh, I am old and I work in this field and I have to get fact checked. Where do you get your facts? Even though I can't prove anything that you said is incorrect. Get the fuck out of here. What are you complaining about? Just because this bitch ass motherfucker is getting railroaded like a little cat. He's getting vacuumed up like a little cat. I don't know if that's a metaphor or not. I just said something.
You watch that?
No, I don't really watch the news. I read articles and I go online a lot.
Okay, so you read. Do you read any conservative publications?
Fox News, and part of my job is debating every day, so I do read a lot of Fox. I watch a lot of Charlie Kirk as well.
Do you have a favorite publication that you go to on a fact-based situation? I read the Wall Street Journal every morning. All right? Liberal news pages, conservative editorial pages. And then I get other papers too, but that paper I trust more than the others. Do you have a favorite?
New York Times.
Now, that says something.
What does that say?
So does the Journal.
Well, it's, as I just pointed out, you've got both represented in that paper. The New York Times is a left-wing paper. I'm sure you know that. These guys are...
So that's what he's trying to do. Oh, I have to find some type of bias. I have to destroy his credibility because he's absolutely destroying this MAGA retard. I need to destroy this kid's credibility. He's young. You listen to me. I'm old and brittle. Come on. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like when it comes to me, I don't back down. I don't give a fuck who you are. If we talking, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. But if we're playing these stupid games, I'm not playing these games with you. I don't care who you are. I don't care where your reputation comes from. If we're respectful, let's be respectful. If we're having a productive dialogue, let's have a productive dialogue. I'm not bitch me. You ain't gonna bitch me around. That's just not happening.
very successful.
Yes.
They don't know enough. And I'll just give you a brief. Kennedy, 1963, Alabama, George Wallace would not obey federal integration law.
We're America's beverage companies.
What the fuck is this guy yapping about? Does he have dementia? Is he in a different universe? Maybe I'm being too harsh. I'm a little amped up. I just watched Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan pissed me the fuck off. And I'm just on go. Maybe I'm doing too much. It's possible. What time is this movie?
Kennedy sent 17,000 U.S. soldiers to Alabama. 17,000 guard.
Eisenhower did it before him, and on
That's
both
right. We
bases, it
debated
was
that
different
on
than
my
what we're
show.
dealing with today. And it's very, very different than what we're dealing with today.
If you look at what Kennedy did, it's the same exact thing as not obeying U.S. immigration law.
No, he's probably trying to make some false type of equivalence. I have to look into that. I do not believe that he's saying this in good faith at all. Not at all. Because he also brought in Dwight Eisenhower. And the Dwight Eisenhower is something I do know. In that case with the Dwight Eisenhower, he brought in the military to help the people who are dealing with the racist and discrimination and the forced segregation, even though segregation was supposed to be banned in I forgot what the state is. I feel like it's not Delaware. No, is it Dakota? Is it a Dakota state? I don't remember the exact state, but Dwight Eisenhower sent that there for the people. So the people were still getting segregated illegally and treated like black people, getting treated terribly. So he sent there for black people, for the people who are getting discriminated against in the state. Do not fucking equate that to what Donald Trump's doing. Who is this guy? Who is this guy so I can yell at him? Who is he? Is it Bill O'Reilly? It is Bill O'Reilly. Who is Bill O'Reilly? He's an American conservative commentator. All I need to know. So fuck your credibility. If we want to play the credibility game, your credibility is shot.
Law.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't, because they're not disobeying the law.
You look it up.
The states are not disobeying the law. ICE is doing its job
There is
in
a
those
federal
municipalities.
immigration law.
It's not like Wallace not letting the kid into the school. I disagree.
Are you referring to the invocation of the Insurrection Act?
Yes, he is.
The Insurrection Act says that in order for the president to mobilize them, they have to be defying state law. So in segregation, they were defying state
I'm
law.
sure you know what the supremacy clause is. Federal law trumps state
Yeah, but there's
law.
a second part. The Posse Comitatus Act then says
That has nothing to do with
National
immigration
Guard
law.
cannot act as
Posse Comitatus has nothing to do
Can I
with
ask you,
immigration
what law is Chicago breaking, or at least the people in Chicago?
Chicago is a sanctuary city and state because of their politicians.
So it's legal in Chicago?
No, they will not cooperate with the federal government in.
What the fuck is this guy yapping about? The sanctuary city of Chicago is legal in terms of cooperate. They have cooperated a lot when it comes down to illegal immigrants. So what are you referring to? You can't. What are you talking about? There's so many times where they cooperated to, obviously get rid of criminal immigrants. That's always been a thing in sanctuary cities. Like, they've never had that issue. So he's making shit up. This old man who has some sources that he fucking apparently reads every morning is just making shit up.
Finding people here illegally. That is a violation, just as George
Chicago's
Wallace
not
would
doing
not
that.
cooperate.
You're making that
with the
shit
federal
up.
government.
Except they litigated the sanctuary city laws, and they were found to be constitutional. So it doesn't meet the
Okay, you're going
criteria.
to lose in the Supreme Court, and then when
Then do it.
I'm going to hammer you
And-
so
and-
bad.
but that's called justice. That's called justice. You just said revenge is wrong, retribution is right. That's just petty vengeance. Andrew Colvett.
Oh my God, go crazy. Is that Chris Cuomo? Is that what his name is? Go crazy. Hey, beat down that old brittle motherfucker. Hey, sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's okay. Show an old man what's up. I'm about to Jake Paul that Mike Tyson. Let me chill. Let me chill. I wouldn't really hurt old man. I'm just joking. I'm just having a laugh, man. It's okay to joke. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Jokes are okay, MAGA. I know you're a little sensitive. Jokes are okay. Jokes are okay. That was some good entertainment. This motherfucker is stupid as shit. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He wish he could be Charlie Kirk. Hey, he wishes he could be Charlie Kirk. He don't know what he's talking about. There's levels to this. That guy is not on Charlie Kirk's level. Even though Charlie Kirk's a lying piece of shit as well.